Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm your host, Mike Briggs. You know what we do here at Central Valley Talk, and we've been doing it since 2008. We celebrate what's good about Fresno. There's so many great initiatives and people and businesses and things going on that we try to celebrate them and find them and bring them on the show so you can know about them too. Do you remember a few years ago there was a movie based on our local Hope Now for Youth? I forget the name of the movie. We're going to find out in a minute. That organization was real, and it's still going on. Our guest is Johnny Trujillo. Welcome. What was the name of that movie?
Finding Hope Now.
Finding Hope Now. And what's the name of your Hope Now for Youth?
Yes, currently we are Hope Now for Youth, and we are transitioning to Hope Now at our 30th anniversary.
Just Hope Now.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I remember this organization from the time I was on the city council, and I was very supportive, and Roger Manassian was a good friend. He started, about 30 years ago, huh?
30 years come February.
Yeah. And the idea is what? If you can find people who are maybe on the verge of taking the wrong path, and you can get them and maybe get them into a job, something serious, it might change the trajectory of their life. Why am I explaining this? That's why you're here. Tell us about it.
So Hope Now
Johnny.
for Youth, we exist, one, because God has us here. We're able to find young men that are involved with gangs who have been arrested, guys that are dropping out of regular contemporary high school, traditional high school, and potentially going down the wrong path. That will continue to flood our streets with gangs, theft, violence, back into prison. So we want to stop that.
You know, we all learn from making mistakes, and we learn from our own mistakes, but some mistakes you make could just change your whole life forever.
That's correct.
But you have people who've already made the mistakes, and maybe you could reach to people and say, look, I've been down that road, man.
Yeah, we definitely are in the habit of giving second chances.
Yeah.
So
That is good. Now, how does somebody, you have a staff, and they go into these neighborhoods. You told me how many gangs there are in Fresno. I was shocked.
yeah, there's 185 different gangs here in Fresno, and a little over 20,000 registered gang members in Fresno.
And they're registered because they've been arrested, and
Yes,
the police
and already in the system.
register them as a gang member.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what will you guys do? Like one person, you find one person, and where do you start?
Well, we start in the street, so our staff meets these men where they're at. You know, it's estimated, Mike, that for every one man that we reach, at least six others are affected by it.
By that one man.
By the one
By
man.
that man taking the right path.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, it's mostly young men.
Yeah, so we recently moved our age group up. For a long time, we were 16 to 24. Now we're 16 to 39.
39.
Yes.
Go all the way, because you could still reach those people.
That's right.
Up to 39. And you probably like to go further, but you only have so many people and so many resources,
That's
I'm
right.
sure.
Yeah.
By the way, 30th anniversary, and you're going to have a celebration, right?
Yeah, so we have our annual banquet coming up February 23rd, 2023, at the Clovis Veterans Memorial.
Oh, okay.
Out there, we're going to be celebrating 30 years, and it's a time that our donors, people that are new to hearing Hope Now, get to hear testimonies and just see life changing. What's going on?
Yeah, I bet there's some great stories that could have gone a different direction.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, where did you start?
You know, I started off like a lot of these young men who came through Hope Now. My father was a gang member. His dad was a gang member.
Wow.
And I followed in those footsteps.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to be.
It was very natural, I would imagine.
It was. That was my environment. Until I came, you know, my girlfriend at the time said, I'm moving to Fresno, and she moved out here, and I was still in the county jail in Madera County, and I heard about Hope Now there, and I got out, and I found Hope Now here, and it completely changed the directory of my life.
That one word, hope, is very powerful.
Yes.
And you got out, and here you are. What's your role with Hope Now for you?
So I started off as a gang youth advocate.
Okay.
I was actually the first parolee ever to be hired on at Hope Now, a gang member myself, working with gang members, and my life was changing. It had changed already. Been there 11 years, and now I'm a director of employment development and director of social enterprise.
Right. Now, you guys started finding job placements, but you've expanded on that. You do it something else now too, right?
Yeah, so for over 29 years, we have been doing job placements, of course, with the help of our community, the help of our city, from business owners willing to give second chances. But this year we have coming the opportunity to create our own jobs. We have a food truck, which is called Hope Now Street Food, and a carpet cleaning business.
Carpet cleaning. That's incredible. With carpet cleaning, it's unlimited. I mean, everybody needs their carpet cleaning, so
right.
you'll be able to grow and grow and grow that business.
Yeah.
And food truck, do you think a guy could come in there and learn the food truck business and eventually maybe get their own truck?
Oh, definitely. You know, that's the goal. We want to be able to teach men just something new, that there's different out there, instead of stealing, robbing, selling drugs, you know, what the streets teach.
Yeah. You know, our whole network is about, you know, people say, oh, there's nothing good to do in Fresno. There's so many great things going on. And if you could expose your clientele to the great things, there's a lot of cool things. Even food trucks are very cool.
That's right. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. And if we're going to change our city, then more people need to know about Hope Now and about the things that are happening.
Now, can anybody go to this banquet that buys a ticket?
Yes. Matter of fact, you don't have to buy. It's a free dinner. It's a dress-up event. Sorry, no
Yes.
children. So husbands, wives, it's a free date night, a free dinner. It'll be a fantastic night of hearing testimonies and what's going on in the life of Hope Now.
Good. Now, somebody who's interested in helping to make Fresno a better place and looking for a way to get involved, and maybe they're successful in business, they want to give back, and they don't know where to start, maybe this banquet, they could come and hear some of those testimonies.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great place to start. Or call us or email us, and we'll come and do a presentation.
Oh, for their business, yeah.
Yeah, for
nice.
the business. All of our guys come job ready, so they have ID, social,
They're ready to
all the
go to
right
work.
documents, clean drug tests.
Yeah.
You know, we go over trainings with them for, you know, conflict resolution, teaching them how to budget. You know, the things that a father's supposed to teach their son.
Yeah, let's talk about that a minute. It's pretty easy to become a father.
Right.
A lot of men just slide right into it. But fathering, that's a different story. Being a good father and husband, you give some guidance in that?
Oh, big time. You know, someone had did it for us, for our staff. As I mentioned earlier, at least 6 others are affected by it. My life, me and my wife, we have 5 children, and our lives are changed because of the skills that I picked up at Hope Now. Coming through as a young man and be able to take advice from other older men that have been through it. And we want to continue that.
Like I say, you have to learn from mistakes. But if somebody's already made the mistakes, why not learn from theirs instead of going out and making them yourself? Yeah,
That's right.
it's pretty. Doesn't take a lot to mess up a kid. We have Dr. Hedberg has a show here, and he says, you know, one negative thing you say to your kid, you have to say 100 positive things to erase that one thing. But if you could just not say that negative, flippant thing to the kid, you know, you could change, have that kid have a way better life. So that's why that fatherhood training is so great. So.
Yes.
So I wish I would have had it. What else you want our viewers to know? We're about out of time, but I'm very inspired by this whole story.
Join us. If we're going to change our city, if we're going to help, the thing about hiring a Hope Now guy that's came through our process, you know, it protects our communities.
Right.
It protects our businesses. That means no more theft, no more vandalism, no more violence in the streets.
If they hire a Hope Now guy, they're going to affect at least 6 more lives, probably.
That's right.
But you don't just hire a guy that you found. The guy that somebody would hire has been through the training, a little conflict resolution, a little how to shake hands on your first interview, maybe be ready for the job interview, and how to dress for the job interview.
Yes, sir.
You
Everything.
get all that kind of training before they
Yeah,
come.
so currently our staff right now has a little over 6,000 invested hours from year to date.
Wow.
We have close to, I think, about 15 new first-time job placements.
Right.
So we have, in total jobs, since 1992, we have almost 8,000 jobs.
Wow. I cannot imagine a better way to start addressing some of the problems our city has than just what you're doing, one at a time.
One at a time.
Regional, one guy at a time. Thank you. I keep having a Johnny Trujillo, Hope Now for Youth. You're changing the name to Hope Now?
Yes, we're going to do a new rebranding as
Yeah.
well come February
February. Hang on, you guys. We're going to have Johnny back again and again. I'd like to have you back. Bring some of your guys with you sometime.
We'd love to.
We'll have one guy, or we'll talk to him, what he's done and how it's changed his life and how he's been able to touch a few other people's lives.
Definitely.
So thank you, Johnny Trujillo.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk. Hope Now for Youth. Their banquet is February 23rd. Check it out. Call me. I'll give you more information. We'll be back with more right after this.